Hi guys, I am going to start my declutter series for 2025. This drawer, it's overflowing. It has, oh, I gotta sit down here a little bit. This houses all of my sprays, primers, foundations. I have like my cream pot based foundations, and then concealers are underneath, and then I have some color factors even further underneath. This is probably one of the more overwhelming drawers because it is jam-packed. I really want to get through all of this today. I'm hoping to keep this in one video, but we will see how long this actually is. So let me try and, go through all this. And I'm just going to start over here because I know I'm keeping it. This is the Super Goop Resetting Refreshing Mist. It is a sunscreen mist, and I only use it as a sunscreen mist. I'm about halfway done with it. It usually stays in my purse when I go out. So for now, this is staying. I use it fairly often. So yeah, has like a nice little shake sound to it. Keeping. This is the Revolution Makeup Hyaluronic Fix Hydrating and Plumping Makeup Fixing Spray. This honestly is about halfway done too as well. I think I might keep it and just kind of like really buckle down and try and finish it up. Do I have any other like name brand ones or drugstore ones that I can kind of organize? Okay, these are more drugstore, so I'll start with these. This one's brand new. They just sent this to me like 2 months ago. It's the Makeup Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Mist Spray Ultra Matte Finish. The lid is like impossible to get off, but the spray is nice. I am going to keep this container just because it is like the most brand new spray in my collection. So keeping that. Here's another Makeup Revolution one. Oh God. Do we see how that spray looks? This used to be clear. Now it's like a cloudy yellow. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I was gonna keep it. That makes me nervous that this one's probably bad because I can't see in this one. Don't mind all the dog hair and my hair. I've had these the same length of time. I'm really nervous to even put that on my face. You know what? I have to declutter this. This does not even look right. And because I got this the same time as that last one, I'm nervous to even put this on my face anymore. So I'm just going to get rid of that one. Okay. This one I just recently got this year as well. It's Catrice Ultra Last Fixing Spray. It's transfer proof, waterproof. This is a really nice hold. I used this back in December when I went on holiday with my husband. Yeah, it's a pretty strong hold. The mister isn't the best. It's a little bit of a spitter, but I do like this spray. I do think it works, and it's really affordable. So I'm going to keep that. All right, 3 right here. These are all unopened. Oh, here's another Pixie one. These are all unopened, and they're more like drugstore affordable ones. The Pixie Hydrating Mist is probably one of my favorite mists. These sprayers on all these Pixie ones are hit or miss, but because I know I love this milky mist, I'm gonna keep this. I might actually put this in on my like skincare desk just so I have something to spray. It's more like a toner type of thing. So I might keep this as like a pre-makeup product, but I am going to keep it. This is the Vitamin Wake Up Mist. I've never used this before, and it's unopened, so I am going to keep it just because I've never tested it before. And the same goes with this one. This is the Dreamy Mist. It's an overnight mist, so I'm probably going to keep it on my bedside table and out of this drawer just so that I can remember to use it at night. This one is pretty good. It's Pop Beauty. It's the Makeup Magnet Mist. I've used 2 of these already. I really do like these. So I am going to keep this one. It is brand new. Now we're getting into some of my favorites. I would say these two right now at the moment are my absolute favorite sprays. I love the Cora Organics Minty Mineral Hydrating Mist. It is one of the best. And then same with this Item Beauty One Hit Prime Set and Refresh Dewy Face Mist. I love these. My third other favorite one was from Il Makiage, but I finished it up. It had this really amazing cucumber scent. But definitely keeping these. I kind of like use them sparingly because I'm afraid that I'll run out and I don't want to, but I am going to keep these. I have some glowy serums here. This is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is my like refillable container, so I'm going to keep this. I do love the Tatcha Dewy Mist. Wonder Beauty Glow Getter Mist. Again, this is kind of one of those like biphase, more like dewy, oily mists. I love an oily mist, so I am going to keep this one as well. I'm not doing too good, you guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, this is the Lila Bea Glow Face Mist. I actually have this in my 2025 Project Pan. So yeah, I'm obviously keeping this. I'm going to try and finish it up. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, one of their like versions of it. This is the vitamin C version. These are all really good. I think the all-nighter sprays are one of the best on the market. I'm definitely keeping it. And then I have two Caudalie Beauty Elixirs. These are fantastic. Again, they kind of have like a dewiness to them, but I will say these are really, really good in the summer when there's bugs out. There is, I think, rosemary oil, among other things in here, and bugs do not like the scent of this. So if you want to use it as like a natural setting spray, but also a bug repellent, this is really good. It's just a really natural kind of strong scent that the bugs don't like. So I am definitely keeping these. 15. I'm keeping 15, and I've only decluttered 2. I know, I'm sorry. I'll try and be better with the other products. So let's move on to the foundations. Okay, I really thought I would have done better with foundations this year, and clearly that's not the case. I will say I have a few that aren't even opened or I just recently purchased, so I know, why am I purchasing stuff? I have so many, but whatever, let's just start. I think right away I have a ton of these Misha Perfect Cover BB like sample sizes of different shades. I think I'm just going to get rid of these. I don't mind the shade I have in my Misha Perfect Cover BB cream. I have it in the shade number 23 Natural Beige, and it's fine enough for me. I can just use any of my mixing pigments in these and it does what I needed to do. So I am gonna keep this. Forgot about those, so I'm adding them in there. These are my LA Girl Pro Color foundation mixing pigments. I have blue and yellow. I was using yellow a lot when I was really tan before I got pregnant with my daughter, but now I've been using a lot of blue. I really don't go out in the sun anymore, and that's just because I work from home. Yeah, and I don't really have the need to, and I also live a lot more north where the sun isn't, you know, directly hitting me as often as it was when I was living down south. I'm gonna keep those for now. They are getting old. This is probably one of the last years with them, if I'm being honest. This is brand new. I haven't even opened it. It's the KBD Good Apple Foundation. I have the one I did open. I believe they're the same shade 10. Yeah, light 10. I really love this formula, and the color is a really good color match for me, so I am keeping these. Both of them for now. I might get rid of this down the road, but at the moment in time, I'm going to keep both of them. I did just purchase this one. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. This is phenomenal. I got it in the shade 1N. It is really, really light looking when you first apply it, but to be honest, it's probably the best match for me, and it is very thin that it shears out, and it ends up, you know, working pretty well. My hands are a lot lighter or a lot darker than my face, so this is actually a really good match on my face. Super light, super comfortable, and it's like a really liquidy formula. I enjoy it a lot. Another one I just purchased that I'm like head over heels about. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Balm. I have it in the shade 3. Again, I was debating between this one and another shade, and this is like the perfect shade. It's in this like fun little deodorant stick, but it's like this super creamy, borderline like slightly oily, so if you have dry skin this would be really good for you, but it is so sheer. It's like my perfect preference right now, and I would say I'm definitely keeping this, but I would definitely say that the texture and consistency of it is really similar to these Merit Perfecting Complexion Sticks. Again, I have 2 of them. I believe they're the same shade. Yes, the shade Cream. This one's fallen out a little bit. Again, I really love this. This is what I wore when I was a little bit more tan. I'm not this tan anymore, but if I wear some, you know, if I get tan over the summer, or if I wear any fake tan, it'll match really, really well. I love this formula. Yo, I don't even know what I can get rid of, if I'm being honest. Okay, one that I know I'm gonna get rid of. This is the Mad Hippie Sheer Tint Sun Serum. It is just a really weird, I don't know, it just doesn't look the best on me, if I'm being honest. Kind of patchy. I don't like the formula nearly as much as other serums, and it has that zinc oxide mineral sunscreen texture to it, which I don't like, so I am going to get rid of this one. I think I'm also going to get rid of this. This is the L'Oreal True Match. It is a pretty good match for me. It's in the shade Vanilla W2.5. It is just the worst packaging. And I hate these packaging. I wish it came with like a pump. Maybe I'll find one eventually. But yeah, I am going to get rid of this one. This one is my Yensa Super Serum Silk Foundation. Another really good one. I love it. This was obviously a shade I had more when I was, tanner, it's spitting at me. But again, a really good, super full coverage option if that's your preference. All right, this is my Sawasu Perfecting Cushion. This is my second cushion in here. So this I just refill with my cushion compacts. Such a good cushion foundation. I love this one so much. One of my favorites. I have it in the shade number 23. Definitely keeping. All right, here's a few more. This is the Luminous Silk Foundation from Giorgio Armani. This is probably one of the best shade matches for me. I'm in the shade 3. I love this foundation. Honestly, one of the best, more medium coverage, and the look it gives on the skin is really great. I'm definitely keeping that. This is the new Yves Saint Laurent Bare Look Tint. While I do love this skin tint, it is the worst color match for me. It is this really peachy shade, and I know it's a skin tint, so it's really sheer. It is just too peachy on me. I've even tried mixing my blue skin pigment in it, and it's just not light enough. I'm gonna put this in the maybe just because it is so expensive. I just wish I had a different shade. I really wish I had a different shade, so I'm gonna put it in the maybe, and then I'll come back to this one. Here's 2 of the same. These are the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizers. I have these in 2 different shades. I have one for my skin tone right now in the dead of winter, shade Fair, and then my skin tone when I am tan, and it's my light olive shade. So these are really good skin tints. I love them. I'm keeping them. I have 2 green color correctors. I also have this one too. I totally left in there. So technically I have 3. This is the Cicapair Tigergrass Color Correcting Serum Treatment. This isn't my favorite, but I am going to hold on to it right now just because I just recently got it this past year. I might come back to this next year. It's not my favorite texture, although it does work. It's a little too warm for my skin as well, but I'm gonna keep it for right now. Both of these I definitely am keeping. I love the color that these blend out to be, and I think they work great. And yeah, I love them both. This is the L'Oreal Magic BB Cream, and then this is the Arborian CC Red Correct. Well, I'm not doing good getting rid of stuff. I'm so sorry. This is my Il Makiage foundation, the Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation. I really love this coverage and the formula. I have it in the shade 40. I'm keeping that one. Here's a few more I'm definitely going to keep, so I'm just going to talk about them all at once. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. It's full coverage, really good color match for me when I'm a little bit warmer, and then these two are like really good color matches now. This one's actually slightly too light, but this is the Lancome Tint Equal Ultra Wear. Love this one. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I have the Charlotte Tilbury in shade 3 Neutral. Lancome is in the shade 100W, and then my Bobbi Brown is in the shade Warm Sand 2.5. So I am keeping these. These are some of my more luxury brands, and they are really good foundations. Oh gosh. Okay, this is old. This is my Maybelline Fit Me one foundation in 128 Warm Nude. I'm gonna get rid of this guy. It's ancient. I feel good getting rid of that. These two are my Kosas tinted face oils. I have them in the shade 4 and 5. These are my absolute favorite foundations. I loved these. I loved the consistency and the texture they gave and how they looked on the skin. But these are old and they smell like oil paints now. So I'm gonna have to give these up. And unfortunately, Kosas does not make these anymore. Here's another one I'm gonna get rid of. It's expired 100%. It's the First Aid Beauty Triple Protection Skin Tint. Again, it's a skin tint. I love it because it's a skin tint, but I have so many skin tints that I've been enjoying so much more, and this one's just super old and super expired, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Two skin tints that I do love. This one's the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence, definitely keeping it. And then same with the Revlon Serum Tint. I have it in the shade 117 for the Revlon, and this one is the shade 20 Light for CoverGirl. Keeping them both. All right, I gotta figure these out. I don't know what I want to do. This one's still good. It's pretty new still, a new foundation. It's the Too Faced Born This Way medium to full coverage foundation. I have it in the shade Almond. Again, it's another really good staple foundation. I am going to keep this one. So I'm going to do something. Okay. These two are more light in tone, so I think just because of that, I'm going to keep both of these. This is the Jasmine Beauty Life's a Beach Skin Tint. I have it in the shade Laguna Beach. It's a really nice shade match for me, especially with how light my skin is right now on my face. And it's funny, they call it a skin tint, but honestly, in my personal opinion, that is like medium coverage, but it's a really nice finish. So I'm gonna keep this one. This is the Purely's Ageless Glow Serum BB. Again, they call this a BB cream. But again, I would say it's more of like a medium coverage, but it's a really nice, like, serum-y consistency. It's a really good way to describe it. It's definitely like a glowy serum consistency. So I will keep this one for now. This is more of like a primer skin tint combined. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I'm not the biggest fan on this color in particular. I know they have a less orangey looking color, but just because I can use it as a primer or like an all over like face tint, I am going to keep it for now. But I feel like maybe at some point I might declutter it later on. Okay, These two were like my tried and true staples when my skin was like the darkest. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. This stuff is a banger. I love the consistency of this stuff. It has a very, I don't even know how well you can tell. It's like this really nice, it's thick. I mean, it is thick, but it will cover everything. It's so good. It's clearly the wrong shade, but this was one of the shades I used on the daily when I was my darkest or when I have like my deep self-tan on. This is the other darker foundation I had. It's from Dior. It's the Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I have it in the shade 3 Warm Olive. Oh God, it's spitting at me. Very liquidy, but one of my favorite formulas of all time. That's that one. It's actually like a step darker than the one from Tarte, I think. Again, it is like the one that I used when I was self-tanning or just because I was out in the sun all the time and I lived in North Carolina. So yeah, but no joke, like that's literally how dark my skin would get. It's crazy. Because these are still so new, I am gonna keep them for now. It's a waste of money for me to throw them away. Maybe I'll use them later. I don't know. I think for now I am gonna keep them though. This is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. I'm not a fan of this one anymore. This is like my second or third purchase of it. I have it in the shade Light. I just don't like it, so I think I am gonna get rid of this one. So far I've gotten rid of 7 foundations, these samples, which I'm not really gonna count. I just wanted to show you I'm getting rid of them. 7. I feel like I can do better than this. I feel like I need to go back through and get rid of some other ones. So let me do that. So I think because I have so many, I think I am gonna get rid of this color correcting treatment from Dr. Jart. It really isn't the correct shade. It turns quite warm on my skin. Let me put it there so you can at least see a swatch of it. And I just don't like how it feels on the skin once it's completely dry. It's just slightly too yellow and warm at the moment. Oh, close, but just the hair off, and it shows on my face, obviously. So I think I feel okay getting rid of this. I think I will get rid of this YSL one. Again, this is such a poor color match. Take a look at that. It's so ridiculous. I feel like that's going to be it for now. I think I am comfortable getting rid of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 foundations. I am unfortunately keeping a lot. Oh, 22, 24, 26, 28. Technically 26. These are mixing pigments. I'm keeping 26. That's a lot, you guys. Oh my gosh. That is so much. I got rid of about a third, so better than I thought, and I got rid of about a quarter to a third. So okay, let's move on to some concealers. So this one actually got left out. It was on like the corner of my little container. This is the Becca Light Chipter Doing Tint. It's like a tinted moisturizer, I guess. I have it in the shade Light Seeker 2.5. Becca is no longer a brand, and I have so many other foundations here. I think I'm going to add this to my declutter pile, so that makes 10 foundations that I'm decluttering. I needed to do this because this is unopened. I actually have used this. This is another foundation. I just recently bought this. It's the Clinique Moisture Surge. I have it in the lightest shade. It's called Universal Very Light. I am keeping this. I just, like, this is literally how trashed my entire collection is right now. I can't even keep track of what I have. This is what it looks like. It's actually a really beautiful finish, and it has like no scent to it. So if you're really like skin sensitive, it's like probably the best option for you. But it is truly a light coverage foundation. I love it. Okay. This is just like a concealer like sample. I'm getting rid of this. I don't use these. I never do. So that can just go right away. I have 2 containers. One is concealer. One is like color correctors. So let me try and go through these the best that I can. I'm going to start with these first. These are the Givenchy Prisma Libre Skin Caring Correctors. I have them in the shade blue and green. So the reason why I bought these was because unlike this one where it's like so deep blue, these were like super duper white based. So I thought that they'd be a really good option to add to my collection, something I don't have. I don't have these ultra white based colors, so I was really happy to purchase these and add them to my collection. They're also massive. They're like 0.3 fluid ounces. They're huge, so I'm definitely keeping these. I did just buy them. I'm actually going to put them back in the package because I'm going to do a video with them. If you guys can hear my son playing, I'm so sorry. He's literally below my floor right here, and he's playing with his friend, so get over it. That's all I have to say. Get over it. They're having fun. My kid is finally feeling good, so yeah, I'm gonna let him play. If you hear him, not my problem. If you care, also not my problem. I'm going to start by talking about these 2 in particular because while they are considered like color correctors or brighteners, I use them as actual concealers. So this is the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken. This is the shade Light Pale 015, but it is so incredibly yellow based that I mean, it's really just a yellow color corrector at this point. It's so yellow, but it's a really good match. So I have been using it just as a regular concealer, so I am keeping it as well. This is the Half Cake Makeup Star Bright Brightening, or Star Bright Brightener, Under Eye Brightener, Face Brightener. Again, it's pretty yellow in tone, but it has a really sheer effect to it, but it really does just add life or brightness to the skin, so I am keeping that. I actually really love the formula of that one. This is my e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo Color Corrector. Again, I have it in the shade blue. I am going to keep this. It's the only blue color corrector besides my Givenchy that's in such a small container, so obviously, like, if I don't want to carry this big behemoth around, I'm going to use this one. And I will say the formula is just ever so slightly different between the LA Girl and this color correcting option from e.l.f. So I am keeping this. I love my color correctors, and this one is a really good option. This is Huda Beauty's Peach Color Corrector. I don't normally need to use color correctors, and I do feel that this one is just I do feel that this one is just way too dark for me. Like, look at that. There's never a time where I'm gonna need a peach color that's that dark. So I feel okay getting rid of this, actually. Wow, surprised I said that. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Vitamin CC stick. I have it in the shade Banana. Ooh, super yellow, but it's so nice. I love the consistency of it. I am keeping this one. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Corrector stick in the shade Light Bisque. It's just a really light, almost pink toned color, and because it is that very light baby pink, I am gonna keep it. And I love how it's magnetic. This is another pink color corrector. It's the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This is, Becca obviously is no longer a brand, but you can get the same exact one under the Smashbox name. It is a really good light color. Like, this is probably the best one if you have really light skin. Keeping it. And this is one I think I can comfortably get rid of. It's just, it does nothing. It doesn't have enough pigment in it to really help with anything. And it's too dark. It doesn't actually brighten like it says. It's a Pixie Under Eye Brightener. It doesn't brighten. So I'm gonna get rid of these two. They're both too dark to do what they need to do for me. So I use these two as concealers, so I might put them in my concealer container, but 2, 4, 6. I'm keeping 6, getting rid of 2. These 2 can go in this drawer here. Okay. Baby. Let me kind of smooth these out. Okay, so we know already that I'm keeping this one and this one. I think this is the one that's actually considered a brightener. Yeah, universal brightener. And it's very, very pink. I am going to keep this, but I'm going to put it in with my actual color correctors and brighteners. Actually, no, it's a brightener. I'm going to keep it. I have this brightener here, so I'm gonna keep it there. I'm going to keep it there. Okay. I only have 2 left of my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealers. I have them in the shade 5.7 and 6.5. I do not understand their shade range because 6.5 is so much lighter than 5.7. I don't know. They're actually really good concealers. They're just getting old. I've gone through like 3 of them. So I'm slowly dwindling my collection. I will keep them. I do enjoy them for now. I have 2 Halo Glow Perfecting Pens. I have it in the shade F10 Warm and F10 Neutral. I like both shades, so I'm going to keep both of them. I actually have never opened the neutral one. I've just used the warm one, but I like them both. I'm going to keep them both. Okay, these both are from Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is a really great concealer. I have it in the shade Honey 1.7B. You can tell it lays on its side. It's a really good concealer. I like it. It's light enough for me, so I am going to keep it. And then same with this one. This is Glowish by Huda Beauty. I don't think you can purchase Glowish anymore, but there's something about this formula that I love so much. It's obviously very light and kind of pink, but it is such a sheer option that it's like the best no makeup type of option, and because of that I am keeping it. This one I can happily get rid of. It's the Mad Hippie concealer. I don't like it. I have it in the shade 20. I'm gonna get rid of it. I do not like it. Same with this one from Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. It pills and it just looks super patchy on the skin. I have it in the shade Fair Birch. This one's a very interesting texture though. It's like a mousse texture. So you'd think it would be good, but no. I don't like it at all. So that's gonna have to go too. One that you will not see me part with, it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I have this one in the shade 2. It's my absolute favorite Holy Grail concealer. I will never get rid of this one. When it's empty, I will be repurchasing another one. That's how much I love it. So she's staying. This one can go. It's the Becca Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer. It's too thick and it's too dry. So I'm gonna pitch it. This one I'm gonna keep. It's from Lancome. It's their all over concealer from the Tint Idol Ultrawear line. I have it in the shade 250. It's a really nice color for me. I really enjoy this formula. I think it's great. I'm keeping it. Another one I'm going to keep also is the Tarte Shape Tape. I love a Tarte Shape Tape. I think they are wonderful. I have it in the shade Light Sand. I've been using it on the daily recently. These two I'm kind of unsure about. This one mostly because it's so incredibly dark on me. I have it in the shade Warm Sand, but I'm afraid to get rid of it because when I do start self-tanning again, it's like the perfect color for me. And honestly, the same goes with my Il Makiage one. This one's pretty, oh. Actually, this one's still pretty nice. I thought this was going to be too dark, but it's actually a decent color. So I'm going to keep Il Makiage. I am going to keep my Bobbi Brown one. It is a little too dark right now, but once I start self-tanning, it'll be a really, really good option to have. And it's the only one that's not white in my collection. 14. So I'm keeping 14 and getting rid of 3. So in total of all of these, I'm getting rid of 5 concealer and color correctors. All right, so the rest of my collection should be primers. Lots of them. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is I actually did declutter quite a bit of primers because I received like en masse a bunch of like different Pixie ones of the same ones and then some Smashbox ones that I knew I was never going to use. So I ended up actually passing them along to my sister and her theater group. So this collection already is pretty accumulated to where I was comfortable with it staying. But I do just want to go through a few things just because you guys haven't seen this collection in a year and a lot of things really have changed with it. So I'm just going to start. If I end up finding something that I'm comfortable with getting rid of, I'll just get rid of it. First up is this Lawless Set the Stage Hydrating Priming Serum. I actually debated if I was going to put this in my 2025 project pan, but I decided on not doing it. But this is one of my favorite primers. It is truly hydrating and it really does have that like serum consistency, so it is a really good one to use for setting your makeup base with. On that note, since I am talking about the 2025 project pan, I ended up deciding, if I can find it, oh, right in front of me, the Dior Capture Total Dream Skin is what I have in my project pan. I don't know if this is even considered a primer, but it has a similar consistency of like a hydrating primer that has like a silicone consistency to it, so it applies really hydrating, and then it gets that like silky smooth, almost powdery consistency once it starts drying. So I can only assume that, you know, it really is used as a first step to your makeup routine. This is extremely scented, so that is the only like downfall to this product other than it being like absurdly expensive. That's basically the reason why I'm putting this in my project pan. So I'm keeping that. This is another really amazing product. It's from Misha, and it is their Glow Skin Balm. This is really similar to another one I had quite a few years ago, and it's just like a really glowy, ultra hydrating moisturizer essentially. I love items like this, so I'm 100% keeping this for sure. Another really hydrating primer is this Artless Glow Base. This is from Heimish. This is actually an SPF as well. Really wonderful product. I actually really enjoy it, and I have an Instagram post about this. So you can see kind of how glowy it is on the skin. It's really nice. This I feel comfortable getting rid of. It's the Caudalie Skin Perfecting Mattifying Fluid. I am not a mattifying person. I already have dry skin, so I don't need something to mattify my skin more. So this is something I can get rid of. And that actually will just lead me to some of these Smashbox ones, because I think it's just these 3 that I had kept. Is there a reason why I'm keeping this green one other than it's green? Okay, so I got the whole line of Smashbox primers, but they're not all made for me. I got rid of the like highlighting primer. That's not really like my go-to type of product. And then I also got rid of the mattifying one. I do not need something that is mattifying. That is not my thing. It's not something that I need in my collection. My skin is dry, so I don't need anything that would be considered mattifying. So I really just narrowed down that part of my collection to these 3. So I have the Photo Finish Primerizer, which is just a really hydrating primer, the Photo Finish Smooth and Blur, which is that like silicone based blurring primer, and then I have the Photo Finish Correct Redness Primer, which just, as you saw when I put it on my skin, it had that green color to it, and it's supposed to color correct redness. Does it really? I don't know. I'm going to keep these 3 though. They're still pretty new in my collection. I have 2 Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Hydrating Primers. This is one of my absolute favorite primers as well. There's just something so nice about this primer. It is so smoothing. It is so luxurious feeling. It smells good. It feels good on the face. It's glowy. It's kind of like an oily, serum-y moisturizer in a sense. So I have one, and then I have another one for a backup. I love these. They're my favorite. Okay, so this is one of my favorite primers left in my collection. It's the Pixie Essence Oil. This is really similar to the Vitamin C Priming Oil. They have that triple phase instead of like a biphase. It's like 3 layers of like an oil consistency, I guess. These are one of my favorite things for using as a primer. I love this. I'm like halfway done with it. I'm definitely 100% keeping this. If you saw my 2024 Project Pan wrap up, I actually finished the Vitamin C Priming Oil, so I just have one more like actual oil consistency primer left in my collection, and then I'm gonna have to go buy another because I can't go without this for too long. I love it that much. Okay, so I have 2 of these like poreless putty primers, pore perfecting primers. One is from Makeup Revolution, one is from e.l.f. They both work in tandem. They basically are the a similar product each. I do like the poreless look that they do give. This one actually kind of stinks, so I feel like I'll be okay getting rid of this one. It smells like it has turned. How about this one? No, this one still smells fine from e.l.f. So I'm going to keep the e.l.f. one. I got rid of the Makeup Revolution one. It just kind of stinks right now. I notice that a lot with the Makeup Revolution products. They just go bad really, really fast on me, which is unfortunate because I have a lot of makeup, so I can't really use it up before it goes bad. These are the Rose Ink Solar Power Luminous serum, SPF serum drops. This stuff is actually really good. It's just a little baby sample size or like a mini size, but so this like dropper sucks, but the product in here is so nice. It's this like nice oil serum-y consistency, and then you get the SPF protection from it. I love it. I am still trying to finish using it up, but it is a really good one. Okay, I have 2 more of these like potted primers. One is from Clarins. It's the Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch Primer. I'm almost done with this, so I am going to keep it and just continue trying to use that up. This one is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi Brown. They both essentially do the same thing. This one is more of like a putty consistency, where this is more of like an actual like moisturizer, but they're both really, really good. I like them both. I'm going to keep both. Hourglass has the Vanish Airbrush Primer. That is a tongue twister for me. This is still pretty new in my collection. I am going to keep this. I do like the finish that it gives. It has a little bit of that airbrush poreless aspect to it. This one I just got. It's brand new. It's the Poreless Face Primer, and it's from the Ulta Beauty collection, so I'm really curious how well it works. It says it gives a matte finish, so if it does, I'll probably end up decluttering it right away. Again, I don't need a matte finish on my face. My face is already pretty dry for now, since I haven't even opened it. This one I just received in PR. It's the Cali Ray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer. Really nice. I actually like this a lot. It does say it's an oil controller, but it doesn't dry out my skin, so I am really enjoying this one. I'm going to keep it. This one is from Il Makiage. Again, it's one of those poreless base smoothing primers. I'm probably about halfway done with this one. I really enjoy this. I usually take it when I go on vacation or like a nice event with my husband, or go out on a date. So I'm going to keep this one. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, this is the silicone-free priming moisturizer from Good Molecules. It really is just a moisturizer. I have just kept it in this collection as a primer. I don't really know why I do that. I just do. I'm about halfway done with it. It is something I really need to use up. It is quite old in my collection, so I'm hoping I can get through it the rest of this year. All Nighter Face Primer from Urban Decay. This is another really good one. It's kind of slightly tacky, so it's a really good comparison if you like the Milk Makeup Grip Primer. This is another really good one that's similar to that. This one I got in PR. It's from the brand Philorga, and I really don't know what else this brand makes, but this is like a really, really ultra blurring primer. It feels so interesting on the skin, and it's probably my most blurring primer that I own. Because of that, I am going to keep it. I know I'm keeping way too many, but I really did just edit this part of my collection a few weeks ago, just because I gave a bunch of stuff away to my sister and her theater crew. So yeah, these are the last ones. This is brand new. It's the Glow Drops from Revolution Beauty. Because they are brand new, I'm going to keep them. I was using it as a highlighter in the Get Ready With Me video that I did on Instagram. It's not the best as an actual highlighter. It definitely has a creamy consistency, but looks beautiful as like a glowy base to your makeup. So I'm definitely going to keep that. It does look really nice. It is as old as this primer. I'm nervous to put this on my face, so I am going to get rid of this. It's the Fix and Glow Ultra Glow Primer. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. It is the Fix and Glow Ultra Glow Primer from Revolution Beauty. This one from Fenty Beauty. This is also pretty new. It's the Ease Droplet All Over Glow Enhancer. I'm assuming it's just one of those glow drop products, but this is like way more shimmery than the one from Makeup Revolution. So this is Fenty. That one is Makeup Revolution. So you can definitely see there's more like shimmer in the Fenty Beauty one. I am going to keep it for now. We'll see how it goes. Another glowy primer is this one from Pixi. It's the Flawless Beauty Primer. This also has like an interesting like shine to it. So I do need to get a little bit more use out of this, because when you first apply it, it doesn't seem very shiny, but like she's shiny. Like that is very shiny. It's actually quite comparable to the one from Fenty Beauty. If I'm gonna compare the two, they look pretty spot on to me. So I think those could be very comparable. And then I just have these last two from Pixi. One is the Brightening Perfector and one is the Radiance Perfector. Honestly, again, if I'm being honest, wait a second. Is this like one of those? Hold up. Use solo or under makeup for added complexion perfection. That turned to like a glowy like CC cream, or like a color corrector. Weird. I didn't know that. Maybe I did and I'm losing it. Okay. Interesting. That definitely turned into like one of these, where it had like a white base instead of a green base, but it turned into like a shade match, and that's pretty spot on. I didn't know that. This is gonna go in my foundation section, because that is like a really good color option actually. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. This is the Radiance Perfector. Watch this be the same thing and I don't know. Oh, definitely not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this is more of like a pink glowy one. Okay, this is definitely more like the Glow Drops, but a pink version. Cute. Looks pretty. It's definitely glowy. Okay, I like that. I am definitely keeping that in the primer collection. So surprisingly enough, even after I already edited this collection, I'm gonna get rid of 3. I didn't realize this one was more of like a face base or like a foundation-esque type of product. So I'm moving this in with my foundations so I can actually use it that way. And then I'm keeping everything else. Unfortunately, there's a lot here. I know. But I really did just edit this entire collection. So that's, you know, that's how it's gonna be. So let me organize everything and then put it back, all my stuff back in this big bin. Correctors on the bottom. This one I'm going to keep in the box because I haven't done a video on it quite yet, so that's why it look. That's why it's just sitting on top of here, but I'll like end up shoving it somewhere in here. So I have it organized. It wasn't as overflowing as it was. So I have all of my primers here. Again, I know way too much. This was like the worst drawer to go through. Sprays, foundations, and then my concealers are in these little boxes down here. So yeah, that is this entire drawer. I'm putting my makeup mist back in my purse. My Dream Skin is going back in another bag because it's part of my project pan, and so is my Lila B spray. So those are going out. So it left a little extra space open. I guess I can show you guys everything that I decluttered. 20 products. I know it's not like this massive, insane declutter like a lot of people do, but that's not the type of person I am. I really do film with a lot of the stuff that I own. So it's really hard for me to do the same videos of the same items all of the time. I'm always constantly getting new products in the mail too, so that makes it really difficult for me to keep my collection minimal because I'm not a minimalist either, so that doesn't help. But yeah, I'm decluttering 20 items because I dislike them, they don't work, the shades don't match anymore, or just because they've gone bad. My collection has old products in it. I'm honestly just happy I was able to get to this point and have something to make the drawers in my actual collection just fit a little bit better, and I have that now. It's a little bit like easier on the eyes for me to look at this and be like, yes, this is good, this works. So perfect. I feel a lot better about that. I'm going to put this drawer back, and I think the next drawer I'm probably going to do powders, and then probably blushes would be after that. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.